Okay, there's a strange noise coming from the wood over in that direction. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but we'll probably have a look in a while. Anyway, I'm at Braydon Forest today. It's about a 25-minute from where I live, 25-minute drive from where I live in Swindon. It's blowing an absolute hooligan out there at the moment. High winds, rain. We've had it all this morning. I think it's starting to settle down a little bit. Inside the wood it's not too bad, but outside it's really blowing a bit of a gale. But inside you can see that it's pretty still, especially low down. Up there it's blowing a bit, but the drone's going to be flying nice and low and slow. So this is Braydon Forest. Rumour has it that there's wallabies in this wood somewhere. It's quite a big wood. I think the chances of seeing the wallabies is pretty slim, but we won't know that until we actually get the drone up. Right, okay. Take off with caution.
Attitude mode.
There we go.
Fly with caution.
There we will. Okay, right. Yeah, first flight around Braydon Forest. Not been here before. Going to be interesting. We might see some wallabies, but if we don't, doesn't matter. Just nice to be out here. So I'm going to enjoy my little time in the woods. We're going to take you off that way, I think. It's rather blowy, so you might hear quite a lot of wind noise coming from the trees around me. It's blown an absolute hoolie out there at the moment outside, but I'm hoping that in the woods it's going to be should be okay. We should be all right. Anyway, let's have a nice little nose around here just to see what there is. Nice and low and slow. Yeah, it's quite a large wood, this one. So I'm just going to do something with my white balance. You have to alter it from time. I can see the wind out there blowing those trees. I am going to come in to the forest a little bit more. It just offers a little bit more protection from the elements, and we just enjoy the cruise around the woods, really. That's really kind of why I'm out here. Just to get away from life for a while. It's just so much going on at the moment, isn't there? Regarding all sorts of stuff. Some of it not very good, I have to admit. So I don't want to get too political. I try not to. I try and forget about stuff like that. But you know, from time to time you do pick up bits of news, and I think the latest thing going around at the moment is a whole kind of Iranian thing. What's going on there in Israel? I think they sent over something like about 300 drones or something, you know, and then some cruise missiles to follow that. Not sure what the response is going to be from Israel, but it's probably not going to be very good. Yeah, it's starting to get a bit silly now, isn't it, guys? You know, yeah, it's just tit for tat. It's escalating and it's escalating, and before you know it, you've got a full-on bloody Third World War at your hands. Because if Iran kind of if Israel go into Iran, you know, I think Iran are very powerful. They're a very powerful nation. They're quite technologically advanced. All right, I'm going to be quiet a minute because I'm going through some areas of detriment to the drone, let's say. Yeah, so they're quite technologically advanced. Iran, they've got quite a big standing army, and I think if it was a one-on-one between Iran and Israel, I think Iran would probably win that one if it does go to that. But you can bet that the United Kingdom, the United States, will come to the aid, like we have done for many years now, to the aid of Israel, because we just got that treaty thing going on. You know, small nation surrounded by enemies, people who basically want to wipe them out or annihilate them. Yeah, it's a lovely world we live in, isn't it? Cheapers. Could it get any bloody worse, I wonder? It probably can, and it probably will. Anyway, so there we go. That's what's been going on over the weekend. When will the human race learn and understand? It's not so much the human race, it's those who are actually kind of in control of the human race. Okay, I don't even think some of these people are actually human. If they are, they're certainly possessed by something or other. Anyway, so yeah, it's not so much humanity that has the problem with other people, it's really the governments. It's the governments who are causing the problems. You know, if they just listen, they're supposed to listen to us. They're supposed to be our servants. And what do we say? I mean, I haven't got a beef with Iran myself. I haven't got a beef with Israel per se. I don't like what they've been doing to the Palestinians. You know, I think it's a form of genocide, and some of you might disagree with me there, but this is just my own personal opinions, okay? Which is what I like to talk about in my little videos, my little personal opinions. Now, is there a little brook down there? Ooh, there's some water down there. Okay, so I'm going to come back a bit, lower it slightly. Won't let me lower, so I'll just go up slightly, shall I? No, I'll just go forward and see what happens, hoping it's not going to crash and end up in some water or something. Anyway, I think I'm okay. Yeah, I've got my personal opinion. I think we probably all have, you know, regarding this. I don't like what the Israelis have been doing for quite a while now regarding the Palestinian people. You know, there was something years ago called the Balfour Declaration. It was kind of a treaty which was signed, I think, in the First World War. And basically it said there was a trade-off between a scientist, I think it was an Israeli scientist, who invented smokeless gunpowder, and they said, as a reward, what would you like? And he said, well, how about a home country for my people? Right, I've got to take this because I'm expecting an important phone call. Yeah, so there we go, people. I'm not you know, I don't like talking about the news because I know it just puts me in a bad place, but you know, kind of when, you know, you're on the periphery of nuclear annihilation or something like that, then it does tend to get me a little bit concerned, you know. So yeah, can't do much about it, I'm afraid, but there we go. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is, and we have to live with it. We'll leave it up to the politicians, who just seem to mess everything up pretty much. Yeah, they seem to do that, don't they? Seem to do a good job of messing things up. Anyway, they certainly don't serve the people, that's for sure. If they did serve the people, then I think this world would be a much better place. You know, over 1 million people came out against Tony Blair in London back in, when was it now? I think 1990 something. I don't know what it was. It was against going into Iraq. Massive turnout, but no. Didn't take any notice of the people whatsoever. They just decided to go into Iraq and just look at the absolute mess that caused. You know, if the governments listened to the people, I am pretty sure things would probably work out better in the long run. Okay, yeah, just got a slight problem, big problem actually I suppose, but easily fixable. Just a prop really, a bit of prop damage. It's come off in somewhere in the woods somewhere, probably on impact, so it's literally just a 2-minute job, and then we can get ourselves up and flying again. Interesting wood, this one. Yeah, it's very wild, isn't it? There's a lot out there you can hit. You really got to be on your mettle just to keep this thing in the air really. Damaged one there, but I think we'll be okay with that one. We'll try it. Yeah, everything's good. We're okay for another flight. Red light at the back, that's not a problem. Just got to sort something out in the app and then we'll be away. Right, okay, so take off with caution, that's what we'll do. There you go. Right, okay, so this is going to be flight number 2 around Braydon Wood. Nice place, really is a nice place. Very wild, isn't it? Very wild. Okay, going to take you off over in that direction, I think, so we're going to spin you around. I think we'll take you off. Still very blowy out here, so even more reason to keep it sort of fairly low and slow really. You take it up in the air, the wind is gonna grab it and do what it wants with it pretty much. So yeah, best just take a nice low, slow little ride, cruise down the wood, see what we can see.
Attitude mode.
Interesting
Fly with
actually,
caution.
interesting place. Right, just going from light to dark just makes seeing where you're going a little bit difficult sometimes, so I'm just going to pop my colour up a little bit on my lights and we'll just carry on. No wallabies spotted yet, I haven't seen any. Have you? I don't know. Stick it on the big screen, you might see something interesting. Yeah, you just never know. I did try to find out some information about wallabies in this particular wood. I couldn't see an awful lot actually, but apparently they are here. So Mr. Wiltshire man, my brother Sandy, he did say there's wallabies in the wood. So well, if it comes from him, then I guess it's got to be true. Anyway. Oops, daisy. Careful, easy tiger, easy tiger. Right, so we're just going to keep it in the view then. I'm going to take it over this way, which is running across myself. And going to do a bit of a square, let's say. Just have a little nosy through the woods, see what there is. You never know, you might see something quite amazing. It's nice just being out here, to be fair. I do like it. Yeah, I do get an awful lot of satisfaction. 1, flying my drone. 2, coming out to places like this. 3. Yeah, what's number 3? Let me think about that one for a moment whilst I fly my drone around here. 3, right, so uploading my videos to YouTube and giving wonderments of nature to the public, which they're going to love. Subscribe and like my video, I suppose. That'd be number 3. There's other stuff as well, obviously. Yeah, this is really nice around here, isn't it? Nice wood. Reminds me a little bit of Savanac. It's a bit kind of Savanac-esque, let's say. Kind of, in a similar sense, but every wood is somewhat different to the next one, which is fine. Yeah, it's really nice. Anyway, I did get a bit political earlier, didn't I? You know, 'cause, it just stuff, isn't it? Stuff goes on in the world, and you just want to try and make sense of it all, I suppose. See, what I can't understand, the October the 7th attack on Israel, okay? Oh, dog's coughing up something. I think it's been eating grass, probably. Oh, you're right. Oh, that's it. Get it up, mate. Go on, get it up. Cough it up, Neo. There we go. Right, back on track. So, October the 7th attack on Israel. Now, that was a bit strange, okay? That was a massive event. I mean, literally thousands of people, or drones, or whatever was involved in that one. And Mossad didn't know anything about it, apparently, okay? I don't know. I don't know what happened there. There was something very strange went on there. I mean, I've got my ideas what went on. I think... Okay, this is my opinion, alright? So, just remember that. I think Mossad knew what was going on because they are the best security in the world. They have to be. Being surrounded by enemies, okay? They knew what was going on. They simply let Hamas attack, and then that gave the green light to Israel to go in there and absolutely kick the absolute crap out of them, which is what they're presently doing. Okay, so that's my kind of take on that. I think Israel have been wanting to do that for a long time. Go into Gaza and just completely annihilate the place and pretty much take it over, I think, by stealth. I think Netanyahu saw Putin do it, and I think he took a lesson out of Putin's book and think, well, if he can do that, then I can do it as well. And I basically think that's what happened there. It's kind of no holds barred at the moment. They're just going in there and just indiscriminately just shooting people up. It's horrendous. It really is horrendous. It's absolutely horrendous. It's so sad as well, but once again, it's the government and not the people. Okay, it's the government which do this and not the people. They've been itching to do this for quite a long time now. And where does it stop? Where does it end? I don't know. You tell me. Does it end in the big mushroom cloud? I don't know. I certainly hope not. Because nobody wants that. This is just my thoughts, okay? I like to air my thoughts. This is my thoughts. Shoot me down if you have to. But I'm pretty sure that these things actually go on. Deep military bunkers under the earth in all parts of the world, pretty much, where these people can run to when the crap happens up top. I'm pretty sure that goes on. But there we go, people. Welcome to the wonderful weird world of Andy. Yeah. I got lots of little things going on, little thoughts, because I do think quite deeply about things. Updated. So, right, okay. I'm down to 55% battery power. And we've kept this thing in the air for quite a while, actually. I'm just going to I don't want to go down there because then it was just going to go out of my sight. So I'm going to bring it back over this way. I can just about see it. If you believe that, you believe anything. There we go. Yeah, so there we go, guys. That's my take on some of the world, the weird, wonderful. I got to try and make sense of it somehow. I mean, it's pretty obvious that, to me anyway, if the September the 7th attack wasn't going to be a thing, then Mossad would have stopped that a long time before. But they simply didn't. They chose not to. So that gave them a green light, and it was ratified by America, by Britain, by... The whole world was in uproar, wasn't it, against Hamas. And now I just think Israel had just gone a little bit too far. I think everyone's got a right to defend themselves. But when you're going into countries trying to annihilate almost a people group, then sorry, but to me that just goes a little bit too far. Yeah, that was all back in 1948, the Balfour Declaration that was. I talked about that just now, well, earlier, didn't I? the Balfour Declaration, smokeless gunpowder. They said, what would you like? And he said, well, how about a land for my people, which was the Israeli people. Therefore, I think it was sometime in May 1948, that's what happened there. Israel was formed, and there's been trouble ever since. There we go. Yes, not good at all. Right, let's get this thing back in, shall we, and have another fly around this wonderful woodland. Isn't it wonderful, eh? Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Lovely woods. There we go. If you go down to the woods today, you'll sure get a big surprise. So I want to see a wallaby. I don't know if we will though today, guys. Oops. Be nice if we did see something like that, wouldn't it? A wallaby or a deer or something. Yeah, would be good. Yeah. Okay. Right, so we're just packing away now. I think I've done enough flying kind of for one day, and the day's kind of getting on a bit, and the wind is still whipping up. It's not getting any quieter, so I'm just going to pack everything away and fly it for another day. That was interesting. I really did enjoy that, actually. That was a good flight. Really enjoyed it. So kind of, you know, regarding what I've been saying, speaking my mind about Israel and what's kind of been going on there. It's been going on for quite a while now, as you know can imagine. It's certainly dominated most of sort of my life in a sense, with the news which is coming out. I'm just going to pop my other camera on. Right, just bear with me a moment. This is my new setup, by the way. I lost one of these. This doesn't fit in there very well. The other one I had, I lost it in the forest last time. I kind of fell over in the woods. Yeah, I kind of fell over in the woods, and it fell out of my back pocket, and that's it. It's gone now. I don't even think I can probably find it. I might go out there and find it, but probably not worth my while. Anyhow, you got to be, you know, yeah, you got to be a bit careful when you're kind of speaking your mind about kind of Israel and Palestine. You know, this all really did start back in the 1940s. It all went south from then, you know, when the English got involved and they said, look, we're basically going to kick everyone out of this particular part of the world. I think it was called Transjordan back in the day. And they said, right, you know, there's your bit of land. And, you know, to me that just doesn't sound fair on the indigenous people who lived there in the first place. But, you know, a lot of religious people, you know, especially of the Christian kind of persuasion, will back up Israel no matter what, pretty much, you know. So yeah, it's gonna upset quite a few religious people. Anyway, I'm going to take the 25-minute drive back home now. Make myself a nice cup of tea, a cheese and tomato sandwich, sit down and make my video and rest my back, because I tweaked it playing football today, and my right foot has still got plantar fasciitis, which is giving me a bit of a problem, let's say. Anyway, I just want to say thanks for watching. Take care. As always, bye for now.